Good evening. Keep it simple and significant. Welcome to BMC News Live presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Global Index ranks Bahrain as first in global COVID-19 recovery rate. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa receives Asian Paralympic Committee Medal. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister chairs weekly cabinet meeting. UAE government announces 4.5-day working week. UAE launches new 50 AED banknote to celebrate 50th anniversary. Today's news in detail. The Kingdom of Bahrain has ranked first globally in the Nikkei COVID-19 Recovery Index for the month of November 2021 following the drop of active COVID-19 cases, the increase in vaccination rollout, and the continued adherence to health precautionary measures aimed at mitigating the COVID-19. Bahrain's performance, ranking first out of 122 countries, demonstrates the kingdom's progressive role in spearheading COVID-19 mitigation efforts. The global ranking follows Bahrain's efforts in exceeding 3 million COVID-19 vaccination doses, first, second and booster doses, according to statistics from the Kingdom of Bahrain's Ministry of Health. The index ranks 122 countries across three categories: infection management, vaccine rollouts, and social mobility at the end of each month. On behalf of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Works and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa received Asian Paralympic Committee President Majid bin Rashid Al Usaimi, where he received the Medal of the Asian Paralympic Committee. The medal was awarded in appreciation of His Majesty's support to the committee's effort and the kingdom's keenness to host the Asian Youth Paralympic Games successfully. The meeting discussed topics of common interest and reviewed proposals and upcoming events. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa praised the Asian Confederation's efforts in developing the Paralympic Games and implementing programs that care for determined Paralympic players and organizing events to highlight their abilities, skills, and high potentials as a source of inspiration to all. His Highness said that Bahrain implemented the directives of His Majesty the King to support the committee's efforts in upgrading Paralympic Games. Al-Usaimi expressed his appreciation to His Highness Sheikh Nasser's vision in developing Bahrain's Paralympic Games that contributed to the achievement of Bahrain's champions at various levels. He praised His Highness Sheikh Nasser's patronage of the Asian Paralympic Games and his follow-up that contributed to the success of the Games. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers COVID Update.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, yesterday chaired the weekly cabinet meeting at Gudaibiya Palace. The cabinet noted His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Bahrain, and the Crown Prince, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud's attendance at the first edition of the Formula One SCDC Saudi Arabian Grand Prix held at the Jeddah Conrad Circuit, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. The cabinet congratulated Saudi Arabia for successfully hosting an important and eventful international race and praised the efforts of Bahraini motorsport personnel in supporting their Saudi Arabian counterparts in organizing this significant global sporting event. The cabinet noted the launch of the Muharraq Grand Park under the patronage of His Royal Highness. The cabinet then directed the continuous implementation of the kingdom's development projects to achieve the aspirations of citizens in line with the priorities and programs of the economic recovery plan. The cabinet noted the discussion that took place with the Council of Representatives Financial and Economic Affairs Committee and authorized the Deputy Prime Minister and Chairman of the Ministerial Committee for Finance and Economic Affairs and Fiscal Balance, His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, to take appropriate measures regarding a draft law with regards to amending some provisions related to social insurance and support for low-income families. In recognition of International Anti-Corruption Day, the Cabinet emphasized the importance of strengthening our oversight and the adoption of initiatives to consolidate transparency and accountability across government work streams and achieve the Kingdom's development goals. The Cabinet expressed its thanks to the Ministry of Interior for its efforts in combating corruption. Now we shall go for a short commercial break. Welcome back. Under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Bahrain Society of Engineers BSE will celebrate its Golden Jubilee and hold a series of events including an international conference. The announcement was made by BSE President Dr. Dia Abdulaziz Tawfiqi during a press conference held here yesterday. He said that the main event of BSE's Golden Jubilee celebrations will be held on March 15, 2022 at the Bahrain International Exhibition and Convention Center, noticing that the events will be well organized to reflect the advanced level of development reached by the kingdom and the role played by engineers in Bahrain's urban progress. On the occasion, BSE President extended, on behalf of BSE board members and affiliates, deepest thanks and gratitude to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa for patronizing the event. He indicated that an exhibition themed Bright Decades will be held on the sidelines of the main event between March 15th and 17th at the Bahrain International Exhibition and Conventional Center to shed light on BSE's strides and achievements over the past 50 years. Plans are underway to turn a protected historic natural island off the coast of Busaitin into a tourist destination. Works, Municipalities Affairs and Urban Planning Minister Issam Khalaf told that talks were continuing between the Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities BACA and municipal officials to draw up development plans for Al Sayah Island. An artifact dating back to the 1st century AD has been discovered in Sharjah's Mlehem. The artifact is a bronze statue of a mythical creature with eagle wings, a lion's head and a huge bird's foot with claws. It dates back to the time of the Roman Empire. The discovery indicates the existence of a trading network between Mleha and empires. The UAE government is to adopt a new 4.5-day working week effective from January 1st, 2022. The move for federal comes alongside new working hours with Monday to Friday workdays now starting at 7:30 a.m. and ending at 3:30 p.m. and Friday working hours from 7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Alongside the move, Friday sermons and prayers across the UAE will be held from 1:15 p.m. Government staff will have the flexibility to make arrangements to work from home on Fridays as well as to arrange their working hours on a flexi time basis. The UAE is the first nation in the world to introduce a national working week shorter than a global 5-day week. The extended weekend comes as a part of the UAE government's efforts to boost work-life balance and enhance social well-being while increasing performance to advance the UAE's economic competitiveness. A new 50 AED banknote has been issued by the UAE Central Bank to celebrate the country's 50th National Day. The new issue is the first banknote made of polymer material to be circulated in the UAE in line with its sustainability initiatives. The initiative comes in honor of the founding father, the late Sheikh Zayed, and the first generation of rulers of the Emirates and their dedication and historical role in uniting the country. It also has advanced security features to enhance consumers' confidence and to combat counterfeiting. It will be available in central bank branches and ATMs in the near future. The current 50-note AED will continue to be in circulation as a banknote whose value is guaranteed by law. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.